Hey, everybody, welcome out into the Cinch National Finals at Team Rope, and I am DruStew. I'm alongside Jay Shaffer. I feel like we've done this before, just recently, a couple weeks ago. And, man, what about this guy in between us, pal?
Oh, my gosh, man. How awesome is it to have a youngster that just fearless like that?
Fearless. So you and I were talking out here before. These kids, so we've been doing this for a minute, but isn't it the shits that we're the old guys now? What about this new crop of kids, Jay?
Oh, it's amazing, man. They do things every day that we've never even thought about practicing when we were young. I mean, just the college rodeos or anything, like, we never reached like that goofing around, and these guys are doing it for $50,000.
Look at him smiling.
It's crazy, and they're doing it really well. I mean, it's not a fluke, you know.
No, it is not. Canyon, 17 years young.
Yes, sir.
How about you, buddy?
Pretty good today.
Pretty good today, huh?
Yes,
look at that. So you guys, $29,000 a piece.
Wow.
The saddles,
I did
the
not know it
Yetis.
was that much.
Yeah, $29,000. Thomas saddles, horsepower boots, Yeti coolers, Resistol hats.
Pretty good.
It's a pretty good deal.
Yes, sir.
So what do you got going? Tell me where do we live? Where are we rodeoing? Tell me the whole deal.
Live in Poolville, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Rope every day.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just rope, really.
Just rope,
Yes,
rope,
sir.
huh? What's our plans for school? Are we going to go to college or what's?
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
sir. I'm gonna go
Are
to
you a
college.
senior or junior?
No, sir. I'm a junior.
You are a junior.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir. So I don't know. I'd like to stay close to the house, but just leave it up in God's hands and see where we go.
Hey,
so.
you got all the time in the world.
Yes, sir.
You got all the time in the
Yes,
world.
sir.
Just keep your grades up a little bit. Just, Just that eligibility line.
Yes, sir.
No, got to be a little higher than that.
Yes, sir.
Give yourself a little breathing room. But you roping calves or anything?
No, sir. Just team roping.
Just team roping. That's
Yes,
it.
sir.
So no bulldogging, no calf roping,
No, sir.
none of that?
Team roping's hard enough.
Yeah. At your guys' level, yes, it is.
Yes, sir.
So talk to me about your age group. I mean, the guys that you're growing up with right now. It's quite
Yes,
a
sir.
group, isn't it? Like,
man,
just between your age
Yes, sir.
and like Ketch and Denton.
For sure.
So that 3 years right there, basically.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of you.
Absolutely. No,
with a lot of talent.
It's everyone ropes good. You know, even when you go to the little jackpots, everyone ropes good. Especially when you come here and everybody ropes good. You know, I mean, not just anyone's going to put up 400, 600, whatever it is, just to not rope good, you know. So I think that, I don't know, we all work at it so hard, you know. So, yes, sir.
Yeah, that's absolutely. Well, Jay, you and I talked about it there last time we were sitting at this desk. The training and the opportunity that these kids have now is a little bit different than when we were watching the old Walt Woodard tapes.
Sure.
And
roping a 5-gallon bucket and
true statement.
Steerhead stuck in a bale of hay was the best thing we ever could get.
Yeah. Remember when Mojos were like the deal?
And the Buford, we thought the Buford was revolutionary.
Oh, man. You go out there rope by yourself?
Yeah, and it was. I mean, honestly, it was the best thing we had, you know, but it's way different now.
Yeah. So what do you got going on? Man, you're healing good. Have you been working at it again,
I tell you,
or what?
we have, kind of switching jobs a little bit, like we talked about last time, sort of got me back into this side of the industry, and I've been enjoying it. Man, probably one of the biggest blessings, I'd sold a horse a few weeks ago and been in the process of trying to buy that roan that I was riding. He's a horse that Daryl Turcott owns that Hunter showed him here when he was 4 and placed on him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's out of Sandman and a dual ray mare, and he's 7 now. Nobody's really jackpotted on him last 3 years, and Luke and Daryl like, man, you got to ride this horse. And last thing I wanted to do was buy a good horse, and I just bought him.
You just bought him.
Yeah,
so you didn't win anything today but a horse is what the deal is.
Yeah, that finished up what I owed for sure. And,
good for you, pal.
But we've, one of the coolest things about this guy and his daddy, been going to Colton Schmidt's house right there in Huckabee, which is a half a mile from me, but 45 minutes, an hour from these guys.
Yeah.
This kid's there every day and brings 5 or 6 horses and rides Colton's. Colton ride his. He listens to him. Man, what it really caught me off guard compared to a lot of kids and not making any assumptions about anybody else. He's never argued with him. He's tried everything he said. And Colton told us both something the other day, or I was overhearing it, and we were picking on some stuff on our own roping, and Colton's like, man, how about you do this? Let's focus on what we do good. Because if you focus on the negative, that's all you're going to get out of it. And man, we've been trying to use that mentality. And I was listening maybe more than he was because I'm always the first to beat myself up, golf, roping. You know how it is. Yep. And, man, I took that to heart and appreciate him giving that advice and appreciate his work ethic every day.
So Colton, now from your angle, what's it like being able to rope with somebody like that?
With Colton?
With Colton. Yeah, sorry, Candy.
No, you're good.
Yeah, with Colton. And what's it like for you looking at it the other way? Like, there's a lot of young guys that kind of get set in their ways.
Absolutely. No,
you know?
and
so talk about that dynamic.
for sure. And, I've been blessed. My dad, he's done everything possible. He's kept me mounted. He's kept me, staying working at it. I started homeschooling about 3 weeks ago. And honestly, it was because of Colton. I bought a horse from him, and he was like a step-up horse, and I struggled riding him. And I went over there and got lessons with him, and then me and him just built a relationship. And God truly blessed me with not only a trainer, but a friend. Because after yesterday and the day before, I roping terrible, fighting my head. Called him, and he helped me level it all out. And like Jay said, we go over there every day and we work at it. And I don't know, I was a little set in my ways too with my dad, and so we go over there, and I told Colton, I said, my arms are open. Whatever, please don't hold anything back. I'm here to get better. And,
good for you. For
sure,
not a lot of young people have that.
Yes, sir. 100%.
Be coachable.
Right.
Be coachable.
Yeah, and I wasn't happy with how I was roping, how my horses were working because of me. And, going over there roping every day and figuring stuff out has been a huge blessing. So, yes, sir.
It's so nice to have those guys that can do that. And then when you go from being a customer of his or buying a horse or whatever to a friend.
Absolutely.
And that's when it gets good.
Absolutely.
That's when it gets good, because then you learn a lot sitting there while you're saddling and learning the practice.
And that's the deal. I'll go over there and we'll rope, and then they might rope more, and I'll unsaddle, rake the box, whatever I want to do, because I want to be there and get all I can, because the man he is, not only in the arena but outside the arena, his heart, and then in the arena he's a great roper, great horseman, and he's the full package.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes, sir.
Good for you for finding a young one, buddy. That's good stuff.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we've talked about it. You and I have, right, about being able to have all the assets at our hands, man, and for him to be able to take to somebody like that. I mean, you and I have been real fortunate to have some of the older guys, right? I mean, Luke Brown and I roped 1 million steers together, but it's helped me just a little different perspective. And when I go to Luke's, I'm the healer, and I rope with Carson a good bit, but it's cool that basically he and I were learning at the same time, or getting coached, you know what I mean? And
like as a team, doing it together. That's awesome.
Run. Absolutely.
Yeah, it was really cool. And
that's got to be, and for you, like you and I joke, but we're about the same age, and you rope at a level, and then you expect to come back and rope at that level after life.
Yeah.
I mean, I struggle with. There's a reason I'm not out here. It's we've roped at that level, and you come back, and that is a mental.
Oh, man.
More than anything, it's a mental deal. Like, you think I should heel every one of these steers by 2 feet like I did in 2002, 2003,
100%. And age works on us, but at the same time, I mean, does it really, you know what I mean? Like, it's the thing that frustrates me the most over all the years is just, I mean, we know what we're doing. And then I ride out, I'm like, dude, how many times do I got to mess up to do this? You know what I mean? And it's like break the ice. And that's what I think is cool about coaching a younger guy, or just talking him through it. Like, man, I told them earlier, I've been at the U.S. Finals dang near every year since 1996, and I never even had a chance to win a rope in here. Yeah. And I typically have not roped bad either. I won a fast time a couple times in Oklahoma, and made the short one once or twice, and maybe the header missed. But man, I mean, this is amazing. I mean, how many years is that? And he was counting.
How much does this mean to you, Jay? Like the U.S. Finals, like in our mind, the old school. What does this mean to you?
I mean, at our level, it's the best it's ever going to be. And I mean, the BFI, all those things. It's just like the Open, guys, man. You knock this one out, the BFI buck would be the next you'd want. Obviously the World Series is newer, but I mean, this is the history. I mean, we roped every day to come to the USTRC finals.
Yeah.
I mean, since my dad and I, we qualified in Pennsylvania the first time ever, and we made the trip to Oklahoma City.
Really?
And to get he did. I was in school in Arkansas and met him up there, but I mean, I was blown away. I mean, you
remember riding down the tunnel the first
100%.
time?
And I remember, which coincidentally, it was the first year that Cinch Jeans was a sponsor. You took him an old pair of Wranglers. They gave you a pair of Cinch. That was the only thing I got to show from that week. But yeah, I felt like I was at the NFR. I mean, riding down in the big lights, and it wasn't even the TV lights they called it, but it was quite the feeling coming in that tunnel.
I will never forget. 2002 was my first year, and walking down the tunnel from Montana, didn't really come from a team roping family, And walking down that tunnel into the arena at Oklahoma, it was like, I'll never forget, they were doing a mic check. I just walked down there by myself, and it was Arky and Ben.
Oh, yeah.
And they were just warming up the mics, and I'm like, dude, like, it kind of gives me chills just thinking about it. So
same. Like I said, it's man, I've always, and like, you know, George McQuain and I always worked together, and he placed in the 11 or whatever it was one year and won a buckle. And I mean, we're just like oohing and awing over his 4th or 5th place buckle. Yeah, I mean, it was something, you know, let alone to get to have the trophy. My dad, I'm not even sure what year it was. Him and Gary Campos won the 9 shootout, you know, early 2000 or something. And man, I was so happy for him, but I was like, man, dang, I want one of those saddles. Yeah. You know what I mean? And
so cool.
That one down there is maybe one of the coolest ones I've ever seen too.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah, very nice.
They're nice. Oh, good job, man. You guys want to relive it? You want to watch your runs?
Sure.
Should we watch this guy rack them right here?
Oh, dude, I got a front row view.
All right,
I'd love to see it again.
Let's do it right here.
They're all good, but the second one.
All right, Canyon, talk to me about this horse right here.
I call him Yogi. I've had him, oh man, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. I bought him out of the Clovis horse sale, and he's been a true blessing.
You bought him out of Clovis?
Out of the sales in Level Land, but the Clovis sale he came out of. Actually, a friend of ours bought him for us, and he brought him to the house. I rode him for a week, took him to Arizona, and I won my money back on him the first day Arizona. So
perfect.
He's pretty good. My other ones are, I guess, a little bit more free. That one kind of, I guess, reads the play a little bit. Yeah. I feel like he kind of fits my roping. That one got rough.
Did you bobble your slack right there a little
I
bit?
I could not find my slack.
Hey, it laid up on his head for like 3 strides. I thought he was getting a good picture. I was like, okay, man, let's go ahead and turn him.
That horse stays moving kind of through my throw. And
it was a great loop. It stayed on there.
Helps out.
That steer had little horns, too.
That's that old loop we used to work on the dummy we were talking about all the time. Get that curl.
What did Jake Barnes always said? If you throw it right, it don't matter how you pull your slack, right?
100%.
And he did. This one was a good one, man. That third arena.
Yeah,
I was trying to stay off of him right there. Oh man, it's a little spooky because we got to watch one team go, but there's not a whole lot going. And I knew when he left, that's why I'm pulling right there. I was like, man, just wait on him. He's got him so fast.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I went over before the roping started, and we were at the end, so I had a while to watch, and I watched, 15, 20 teams, and the start didn't look like much at all, and no one remembers who wins second, so I was kind of
That's safety enough for him right there, dude. That was like slow for him.
That was smart dealing, though, Jay. That was.
I knew. I mean, when he got it on him like that, there's just no way to miss him, you know. I was a little bit more proud of myself. That was the best I rode probably on any of the 4.
That was good. That looked really
actually
good.
Stayed patient and found my spot over there.
Kenny, you were smart right here too because it looked like you kind of wanted to take that crack at him right there. What did you guys have on him in here at High Call?
We had to be 8:17.
You had to be 8 something.
Yes, yeah. We had half a second on second call, and then it opened up just a little bit through the tents, and right there I kind of wanted.
You kind of wanted it right there.
He stepped my way just a smidgen too.
And I just didn't want to beat myself. Took one more, and we were still, I think, 7-8 right
I didn't want to undally. I don't know if you noticed that. I was like, I held on to that one.
I
didn't really pull on him, but I held on to it a lot longer than he did. I was like, okay, I'm gonna hang on to this one for a second. Like, he's like undally. He's like, all right, man, let him go the strip and shoot.
Man, well, good job, guys. So,
thank you.
29,000. What's this going to help you do?
Just go buy more prospects and reinvest it.
Yeah.
I've been blessed. My dad's helped me out a lot. My grandpa, they're my 2 best friends, and they want the best for me. So I'm gonna, give as much as I can back. And
man,
say thank you.
That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
How about you, J-Bone? We paid our horse off.
Yeah, that man, my wife and I have been praying about it, and like I said, I was in no position to buy a horse. I try to keep my roping separate, I guess, if that makes sense. So I try to make it earn itself, and you know how hard that is.
Oh boy,
especially when you barely go. But anyway, I just told her, I was like, man, just hang in there. Like, I never try to count my chickens before they hatch, but I was like, something good will happen. And I talk to Luke about it every day. He's like, man, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. And that's what I called him, and I was like, hey man, we're going to be able to get him now. Like that's going to put me over the hump for.
Yeah. Good for you, pal.
Yeah, and just more than anything for me, man, is even if we didn't win, just the confidence. I mean, it could have paid $50 and it would have felt just as good.
Yeah.
But it was nerve-wracking.
That's so important. You know, I've said this before on here a couple times, but I will never forget an interview from Dan Mortensen back when we were kids, like in '97, and it was Pam Minnick or somebody was interviewing him, and she asked him, can you tell me, like, he got bucked off somewhere, and this is, I can't remember how many world titles he won, 6 or 7 or whatever it was, and she asked him about the horses he got bucked off, and she's like, can you tell me about those horses you got bucked off? He said, no, but I can tell you about every one I rode.
Yeah.
And that has stuck with me since '97 or whatever that was. I was in high school watching the NFR, and they had showed that deal, and I was like, wow, that is profound, because you're going to miss.
Sure.
But think about how many steers you've caught, Jay. How many steers have you roped by 2 feet since '96?
Oh, I know.
A lot. Way more than you've missed.
Right.
I mean, way more. He's waved off 5 in the last 8 months, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But we dwell on it, and you can't. You got to have, I mean, Trevor said it a million times, you got to have a short memory, but sometimes it's hard.
Yeah, it's very hard, and man, it's just so, I tell myself a bunch. I mean, we prayed about it and just walking by myself and trying to get away, but it's like my biggest thing I tell myself, if not today, it's coming. You know what I mean? Like it may not be our day, and luckily it was, but it sure feels good to be your day.
Yeah. So I'm Jay, just because we're sitting up here, I want to tell you a story that I don't know if I've told. I dang sure have never told it on camera. In 2002, my last run was 8 Gold Plus. I had 1 run left, and it was a buddy of mine from Montana, and I did not have enough money to leave the parking lot. I'm not even kidding. I was 22 years old. I was working for Ritchie Brothers Auctioneers, and I had quit to go rodeo. I had a great job, and I had quit, and I was going to go rope. I was going to go head for Matt Robertson. Ended up Texas, blah, blah, blah. I'm at the U.S. Finals. I am broke, and I'm praying in my trailer. This is a true story. If I'm lying, I'm dying, and I'm like, I don't know. And I was reading the Bible that morning, and I was like, man, I need something to help me. And I did this deal, and this is no kidding. I took my Bible and I like threw it on the couch in the trailer. And I'm like, whatever page it opens up to, that's what I'm reading. And I can't remember what the verse was or anything, but it was about rest. It was about having faith, and I will never forget it. And I was like, I read it. I went out and saddled my horse and won the 8 Gold Plus that day. And it was just like, quit worrying. I'd roped from the open down and hadn't won a dime. And it was like, that was all the money I had.
Sure.
Didn't have another, and I did not know how I was living at Big Al's at the time. I didn't know how I was going to get back to Millsap. I was like,
yeah,
it's you know, but it was having that. It was having a little bit of faith and having confidence. We put in the time.
Yeah.
You put in the practice.
Well, and like I said, that's what he and I, the only thing we really said was, same thing. And I said, let's stay, same run. Yep. And I said, man, this is why you drive over there every day. You know, I mean, let's put it to work. And the last thing I always think about is I think about my kids, my daughter, my son, and my wife. But I mean, my kids, you can smile. I can't help but smile when I think about them. You know, so it's like, man, you always hear the golfers. I mean, roping doesn't define us, right? But it'll be okay. You know what I mean? Like it's not the end of the world if we did mess up. Yeah. But it sure, once again, it sure feels good to
sure
not.
Nice right?
It's nice to be on this side.
Right. Well, great job. Candy, what else? What else you got for me? You got any kind of stories or anything?
I don't think I got much stories. A lot of thanks to give.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. You got mom and dad here watching.
Mom's right there.
Yeah,
Dad's about to rope.
Yeah.
My grandma, my grandpa, they're watching.
You kind of got a little rodeo fame in the family,
a little bit.
Talk to me about that a little bit.
Yeah, that guy's pretty cool. He.
Who is it again? What's his name again?
Bob Tolman.
Oh, Bob Tolman.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
We've
heard of that guy.
Yeah.
All of our heroes, right?
Yeah.
He's that. I think that's where I get, I guess, my drive from.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that guy when the rodeos weren't happening because of COVID, he went and got his real estate license.
Mm-hmm.
That guy don't know how to open a computer, so he got a computer guy, and he's he sells his real estate. He's got a beef business. He's in real estate himself. He never quits.
Always hustling, ain't he?
My dad's the same way. There he goes right there. But
that dad right there?
That's dad right there. But no matter what, they keep pushing me, and that's, not only to be a good roper, but my character outside of the arena is a big deal, especially for me.
Have you guys had that conversation?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have. I want to rope good, but the most important thing to me is just, trying to be a good individual no matter what. After we rope, the whole way down the return alley, I was picking up rubber. Just, I don't know. I feel like that's just me. So
Good for you.
I don't know. I don't know. I told Jay before we ran the short go, I said, I was so nervous. Wasn't nervous roping, but in between I was nervous. And, I just told him, I said, I've prayed. I've left it up to God's hand. It's His will. We'll see how it writes out, and it rode out in our favor today. So
it's awesome.
Yes,
You
sir.
can't get any better than that, man, right there.
It's a good boy.
Yeah.
So
I'm proud of you, pal.
thank you.
As a
Thank
parent, this makes a guy happy.
Absolutely.
This is what I want with my
100%.
kids. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Thank
good
you.
job.
Thank you.
And good job, Mom.
Appreciate it.
Good boy. Well, guys, I'm going to let you get out of here.
Yes, sir.
Guys are going home with $29,000. Do we have, Chris, do we got a slate with the winners and all that stuff on there, anything like that? Well, I'm just going to talk about them then real quick. We'll talk about the money here. We've got a total $283,000 payout in this one, $283,440. There was a total of 417 teams in this one here in the Resistol 12.5. You guys going home, $58,000. Ty Johnson and David Winden, $44,800. Jason Bailey and Hayden Sanders, $31,600. And Jacob Stansberry, Kaysen, Louisiana got him for $23,700, and it paid $3,000 all the way down to 18th. And I believe everybody that caught him in the short round got a paycheck.
Oh, nice.
Yes, sir.
If you caught him, you got some money. So Logan Moore and Carson Cox, Carson Cox, Kelton, $2,000. They were the fast time of the short round with a 6:31. They got an additional $2,000. So whole lot of money, everybody. And I think that is going to put a wrap on this deal.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations,
Thanks, sir.
buddy.
Thank
Great
you.
job, man.
Sure do
Great
appreciate
job.
it.
Jay, great roping,
Thank you.
pal.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely. All right, everybody, stick around. We got the horsepower boots. It is the 12.5 over 40 going on right now, and we will be back in action with the winners of that here in a couple hours. I'm DruStew. We'll catch all of you here from the EQN Sports Desk in a little bit.